Did you know that clients love saying yes? Yes, let's get started. Yes, I'd love to work with you. Yes, where do I send your payment? The problem is a lot of freelancers and consultants make it hard, if not downright impossible, for clients to give them that first yes. Now, it doesn't have to be this way. There is an easy way to get your clients to say yes. And one yes leads to more yeses, which leads to bigger and bigger checks. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get that first yes. First, my name is Henry Bingaman. I've been a freelancer and independent professional since 2008. In my early days, I struggled so much I almost quit. But then I figured out the secrets and strategies that make high-income freelancing possible, and today I make videos like these to help new and aspiring freelancers earn more and have more enjoyable careers. So what do I mean when I say freelancers make it hard to say yes? Well, think about the situation when a freelancer first meets a potential client. There are a couple ways this can happen. For example, I'm getting ready to work with a freelancer on a project right now. That freelancer came recommended, so our initial conversation was just to get to know each other, then we talked about the project a little bit, and then I asked him to send me a proposal and a quote. That is the dream scenario for a freelancer, but it's rarely that easy. A lot of times you meet a client that could be a good fit, but they don't yet know and trust you. So how do you get them to see you as a professional and trust you enough to write you a check? Well, what most freelancers do is hope they eventually have a project down the road and that they think of you when that comes up. There's no risk of the client saying yes in that type of situation because you gave them nothing they could potentially say yes to. And that's why I'd like to introduce you to the concept of a gateway offer. A gateway offer is the easiest win you can get your client for the lowest cost. So by easy win, I mean something that can provide a lot of value for your client with minimal effort on your part. So what would this look like? Well, let me tell you about my experience with a gateway offer when I was a young copywriter. Then I'll go over some different types of gateway offers for other types of freelancers. One of my very earliest clients was a company that sold training courses. They had this giant spiral-bound course with workbooks, folders, a bunch of other stuff that they physically mailed to their customers. The way they got the customers was by publishing one content article a day for SEO and content purposes, and then they also ran Google ads to get people on their email list. Then they sold their courses and stuff through email. When I looked at all the companies I could work with back then, most of them were using a similar strategy. They posted a lot of free articles and a lot of content to get eyeballs, then they'd sell through ads in those articles and next to those articles, and then of course through their email. Originally, I figured my easiest gateway offer was to offer to write an article. So my first gateway offer was a 500-word article for $200. Not much work on my part, not much expense on theirs. And that first client accepted, which was awesome. However, it turns out this was a mistake as a gateway offer. It was the wrong offer. Here's what I didn't understand at the time. Almost all of these publishing companies draw a line inside their company between content and marketing. Content is a necessary part of their overall strategy, but it's so far down the line from the actual sale that it's dealt with by an entirely different department, at least in most cases. So yes, my gateway offer got me through the door. It got me into the system, and they were happy to keep hiring me, but they were only happy to keep hiring me for $200 articles. So if I wanted to make $100,000 in a year, I would need to write 500 articles at that rate, which is a lot of work. And remember, this one company didn't publish 500 articles in a year, so I would have had to get multiple clients. And my ultimate goal was not to be a content copywriter. I wanted to write sales letters. Sales content is where you can get paid royalties. It's where you can get paid for performance and really ramp up your income. So I had a gateway offer that got my foot in the door, but it was the wrong door, which meant I had to completely revamp my gateway offer. So I went to the company, I said, hey, I've been watching your Google ads. Do you know that Facebook just released a new ad platform? I think it could end up doing really well. I have some ideas for ads that would be really good on Facebook. Can we give that a shot? Now, instead of just doing my content, my gateway offer was to get my foot in the door with their marketing and sales team. And they took me up on it. I think it was $500 for that first project. Unfortunately, that was a little too early for the Facebook ads to work, especially for that particular client. However, I was working hard and I was likable, so not every project had to work out for them to appreciate the work I was doing. And the thing is, I've still never written a sales letter or any sales content for that company. But that didn't really matter because they referred me to other clients who I did go on to write sales letters and videos for in the future. They wouldn't have referred me if I was just the content guy. But since I was in the right door, in the marketing door, they referred me for marketing work. And those referrals were the foundation of my career. And the same concept is true for any type of freelancer. The first thing you need to know is what is your ideal project? What is the kind of bigger project you want to do that pays the most and you'd enjoy the most? So for example, if you're a graphic designer, maybe your ultimate goal is to create full brand identity packages. There are a lot of companies who pay $5,000 to $15,000 for these. So a gateway offer for those type of products might be a simple $500 product rebrand, taking a product that they've been selling for a long time and making it feel fresh and more relevant and current. Or maybe you're a freelance web designer. Your ultimate goal might be to build full websites from scratch. Depending on the type of website or the type of client, that could be anywhere from a $2,000 to a $10,000 or even a bigger project. Well, you could start off with just a website functionality and security audit. And if you write a program that does this automatically, and I know a freelancer who's done this, that's about an hour of work on your end. And most of that time, after you run the script to check their website, is spent with you just explaining the results to the client. So you can charge $200, $300, $500 for this project, and it usually leads to bigger projects when they hire you to fix all the problems you found. Again, there is a gateway offer for every type of freelancer and consultant out there. Just start with that type of big, high-paying project you want to do with clients, then work your way backwards to the smallest but most valuable service you can do for them, the service that gets your foot in the door. Now, after you have that first yes from the client, you'll need to keep impressing them, which is why I'd like to give you 5 free tools that make even brand new freelancers look like seasoned pros. These are tools that true professional freelancers of all experience levels use to keep projects flowing and clients happy. You can get that at henrybing.co/free tools, and of course, the link is in the description. All right, catch you in the next one.